So what we want to do now is want to play what Demar Derozan had to say to Paul George. It isn't really a long clip. And then we're going to come back and really get into the meat and potatoes of today's show. Take a listen to what he had to say here to Paul George.
I read that like you drew a lot of inspiration from MJ Wizard era.
Yeah.
Just watching those highlights.
Yep.
What did you gain and why was that so important for you to watch him in those moments?
If you sit and just watch Wizards Jordan and see how incredible he was from 38 to 40 years old, the way he scored the ball, the way he was able to create his shots from the post, from the elbow, off one dribble, off two dribbles, stop, pull up, how physical he was in the post, how he was able to create contact and still get to the basket. He wasn't athletic like he was, but still being able to, finish over guys. It was so incredible because it was such a master of art, how simple he just made the game. It's just playing off jab steps, pump fakes. And I used to watch every bit of Wizards Jordan because it was like, if he doing this at this age, let me figure out how to master these things that he doing, because you don't see everybody doing it. Everybody want to do the dribble, double step back, all that. And it's like, nah, let me make the game simple and kill these spots and angles and using my body on a fadeaways, either shoulder. So that's one like thing that I took from Wizards Mike, because he was incredible. If you really watch him, he was incredible, man.
Yeah.
On a bad knee.
Right. At 40 years old.
It's crazy. I don't know if you guys that you say that, because I just saw a clip of Rasheed Wallace. He basically was saying
he said that he was better.
He was better. Michael Jordan was better with the Wizards than he was with the Bulls. And everyone was giving him like a bunch. I mean, obviously he wasn't as athletic. All those things. But to your point, had to play a different game. Did you see that clip?
I didn't see that clip.
See, and I've been saying this for the last couple years.
That's a crazy statement. It is. But I get what you're saying.
I got what he was saying with that, but because he was just, if you just go back and watch Mike with the Wizards, he was cold. He was cold.
On Michael Jordan's last game versus the Clippers in LA.
Did you?
You saw it?
Pops took me as a little kid. I have a picture. It's
you remember
great.
it?
Yeah,
That's dope.
Me and Billy.
That's dope.
Yeah, good memories.
So you heard what he had to say, right? So what did I do? I decided to get into the numbers here, okay? Let's look at LeBron James's numbers at the age of, let me just say his latest year. So LeBron will be turning 40 this year. So let's start from 2 seasons back. Let's look at the 2021-2022 season. That year, LeBron averaged in 56 games, 30 points a game on 52% shooting from the field, 36% shooting from three, 75.6% shooting from the free throw line, while getting you 8.2 rebounds, 6.2 assists per game, 1.3 steals, and 3.5 turnovers a game. The next season, his scoring went to 29 points per game. Let's just round it up. 50% shooting from the field, 32% shooting from three, 77% shooting from the free throw line, while getting you 8 rebounds, 6.8 assists, 3.2 turnovers, and basically a steal a game. Then last season, at the age of 38, 39, he scored 25.7 a game, 54% shooting from the field, which is the best field goal shooting percentage he shot in 2017, 2018, 41% from the three-point line. That's the best he shot in basically 10 years. 75% from the free throw line while shooting, while getting you 7.3 rebounds, 8 assists, 3.5 turnovers a game, 1.3 steals per game. So let's look at Jordan's numbers specifically with the Washington Wizards, and we're going to take into account the years 39 and 40. We're not going to talk about his year with the last year with the Chicago Bulls. So at the age of 39, Jordan played 60 games that year, started 53. He scored 23 points a game on 41.6% shooting from the field, 18.9% shooting from the free throw line, from the three-point line, 79% shooting from the free throw line, while getting you 5.7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1.4 steals per game. The following year, at the age of 40, he played all 82 games, started 67 of them. He scored 20 points a game on 44.5% shooting from the field, 29% shooting from three, 82% shooting from the free throw line, while getting you 6 rebounds a game, 3.8 assists, 1.5 steals, and 2 turnovers. The year prior, he got 2.7 turnovers a game. Now, there's something that we have to kind of take into account, and we have to look at how the NBA. Let me just pull it up here. NBA scoring over the years. So there's something we have to look at here, and we have to look at the league averages, number one, because when Jordan was playing in the NBA, if we look at, let me see the year in the Washington Wizards that year. Let's go back to 2001, 2002. So let's go 2002. That year, the average score per game, if I just look it up here, let me see, the points per game wasn't very high. Okay, that year, teams were averaging 95 a game. So, and in 2003, 2004. So Jordan was basically playing in the NBA when they were scoring about 95 points per game, right? Obviously, less possessions per game. You know what that means if you have more possessions per game. If you look at the years when LeBron was doing that, let's look at the years. That was around, 2000? Let's start in 2020, 2021. The average score in the NBA by that time was about, let me say, 110 a game. So teams were scoring about 15 more points per game, which means that there were more possessions per game, right? So there were more possessions to be had, easier shots. The game had opened up. You can get to the lane a lot easier. It'd be a lot easier to score. Now, if you look at LeBron and Jordan, and Demar Derozan pointed this out, LeBron wasn't dealing with any serious injuries. Jordan had a serious knee injury. There were certain games he had to get his knee drained. LeBron didn't have to deal with an injury that severe. He had his ankle issues here and there, but nowhere near as serious as a knee. So Jordan was playing through knee injuries. He was still scoring 50 points in a basketball game back then when teams were averaging less than 100 points per game. If you adjust that to today's game, it's like Jordan scoring 60 in an NBA game today. That's really what it is, right? It's like him scoring like a 39, 40-year-old scoring 60 points in an NBA game if you adjust for the NBA